Good evening, it is Soncerae here. I appreciate you tuning in. Make sure you like the thumb. I mean, like the thumb. Make sure you like my love stream. All right. Make sure that you thumbs it up, okay? So, today was an interesting day, as we know, over the weekend. Some interesting things happened all over social media. Some people who don't post found time this weekend to post about Kevin Samuels. If you haven't checked out my live stream about Samuels, where I kept it very candid about how I felt about him. If you haven't checked it out, please go check it out at another time, maybe after you listen to this live stream. I'm sorry I'm not on cam for you guys, but unfortunately, I just can't today, right? I need the proper setup. Like I have it set up properly. So anyway, all over my community tab, all in my comment section has been a lot of men, and that's weird to me. I just, for some reason, I cannot understand why men are still like attached to my channel because men were so disrespectful towards me and so ugly towards me and said some really cruel things when the rumors about me, quote unquote, committing suicide began to spread. And so after I had some time to get over the fact that the rumor even spread to begin with, I started looking on the internet and seeing so many black men saying so many negative things about me. So now it's like when they come to my channel, I know they're coming here just to hate. Sometimes it's like, are you subscribed? Like I'm thinking, are you subscribed just to hate? That's just weird to me. I've been trying to be more consistent with my posting, but it's kind of hard when I see a lot of negativity from men. Like, I'm not interested in that. It's so many men that love me that I prefer dealing with. I don't like to come onto this specific platform and always see so much negativity amongst men. And that's why it's so important that everybody who has a positive outlook and an intellectual mind on this platform needs to start posting content that's positive and intellectual. And we can get a lot of these men who are in the wrong direction into a better direction because we can tell that for many, many years, the men on this platform have been just done so wrong. Like, no one has been giving them any type of real guidance, or they wouldn't be so comfortable with doing the negative things that they do on this platform, especially when it comes to women. Don't let a woman try to express herself on this platform. Oh my God. And don't let it be about something that's a controversial topic, like the topics that was discussed over the weekend by so many people, as far as Kevin Samuels goes, and the high value man and women who are single mothers or unattractive or broke. All of it is becoming like this conversation that a lot of people that don't even have six figures are having. And so what I saw a lot of in my comment section and on my community tab was a lot of just hateful comments. So it's unfortunate that a lot of the shit was just deleted. You know what I'm saying? Like the reason why we as content creators discuss this stuff is because we want to have a discussion. We want to openly talk about these things. But you can't openly talk about these things when people are coming into comment sections just emotional. Like, can nobody have a conversation with you when you acting like that? You know what I mean? Like, of course, I'm gonna get on, do my thing, be rah rah, tell jokes, be funny and shit on my live stream. All you have to do in the comment section is thumbs it up, chat with each other, and be able to keep your composure at the same time when you're expressing your opinion, even if somebody disagrees with you. But a lot of times when people come in my chats and my comment sections, especially these beta males, they come in and immediately they got their guns drawn, they throwing the insults. It's always about weed, single motherhood, money, skin tone, weight. It's always an insult about all of those things. And I'm thinking, you can't think of any other way to intellectually challenge me. You can't think of anything else. It, why is it always, oh, you're wearing a weave? When I was wearing my regular hair, y'all still was calling it weave. So it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like, you wear too much makeup. How is that an intellectual response to what I'm saying as far as this situation goes with high valued men only wanting a certain type of woman and basing their relationships on what a woman looks like and whether that's even true or not. So all these men are coming into the comment section and they're all Kevin Samuels fans, and a lot of them just get deleted because they aren't saying anything logical. And then you got the fellas that's coming in there that have something to say that's logical and they disagree with me. And I appreciate it because it's like you're coming in here, you're saying something that's valuable, you're bringing something valuable to the chat, to the comment section. And that's what I love about that. So I'm in my comment section and I'm seeing all of these guys and they're talking. And what I noticed is a lot of men who were basically agreeing with Kevin Samuels, they keep forgetting. They keep forgetting who this man is. Like, there's nothing wrong with having a preference, right? Everybody has a preference about who they date, who they want to date, whether they want to date someone who's tall, short, light skinned, dark skinned, fat, skinny, got money, don't got money, whatever the case is. Everybody got a preference. So there's nothing wrong with Kevin Samuels or any man having a preference. The issue is he speaks specifically as if that's every single man who makes six figures. Now, let me make this clear. Six figures is not a lot of money. That's like $300 a day. That's not a lot of money. We're not talking about $1 million here. We're just talking about six figures. Okay, we're not talking about, you know, seven or eight, or 10. Now that's crazy. We're talking about six figures, $100,000. That's it. So making $300 a day is easy when you own businesses. A lot of people were saying, well, if it was easy, a lot more people would do it. Not the average person has six figures. And then when I say, well, I have six figures, but what people don't understand is the multiple sources of income that I haven't broke down yet. I will have to literally sit down and do a video about how you can make six figures in a year, because it's not really a complicated thing. It's hard work, but it's not a complicated thing. You just have to be able to multitask. You have to have passive income. You have to have residual income, and you have to be selling something, whatever it is. It doesn't matter what it is. Find something that works and sell it. And find more than one thing that works and sell it. That's really all it's boiled down to. So we're having these conversations about education and college, and whether a woman's education matters and whether a woman's money matters to men who make six figures. And what men that are coming in my comment section are forgetting is that Kevin Samuels himself has been divorced twice. He is a baby daddy, technically. The issue is, if he applied the standards and requirements that he applies to women, if he applied those same standards and requirements to himself, he wouldn't even be able to measure up himself. So the biggest complaint that men have even had about women is that women will want a man who basically isn't on their level. Like a overweight woman will want a man who's muscular, or a broke chick will want a man who makes six figures. It's uneven. It's not equally yoked. So that's when the problem arises. So when Kevin Samuels talks about how he's making six figures, but he's been divorced twice, he's not that good looking of a guy. What makes him good looking is what he wears. If he was to take off his clothes, he would depreciate in value. He doesn't really own any legitimate businesses that depreciates his value. He doesn't have the best personality in this world that depreciates his value. It's so many things that depreciates his value as a man that run parallel to this long list of things that men have when they're looking at women and they're saying, okay, she is only a 5, or she's a single mother, or she doesn't have, any money, or, just how you guys have preferences, women do too. But for some reason, men continue to overlook that as if their preferences take precedent over our preferences. And sometimes I feel like the reason why men think this is because women put up with entirely too much. Too many women feel comfortable with dating betas or men who are underachieving or underdeveloped. Too many women feel like nurturing and coddling these type of men. So of course men are walking around here thinking that being a beta male is okay to be. You know what I mean? Being a beta male is okay to be because they're going to be able to get any type of woman anyway. Just like some of these women that you're complaining about would be the same things that they would say. You know, like, oh, I may not work out, but you know what? I have a finance man who goes to the gym. Or I may not have my finances together, but you know what? My husband makes six figures, so I'm all right. Or the guy that I'm dating makes six figures, so I'm all right. You feel me? So what women genuinely want is just an equal playing field. You can't sit here as a man and turn your nose up at a single mother when you yourself are a baby daddy. Single fathers and single mothers should be on the same playing field. How is it okay for a single father to go out here and he could just have any type of woman he wants? He's still husband material. But if a single mother is out here dating, oh, she's not husband material. She's dealt with this deadbeat and made this poor choice in man, and this is all her fault. But when a single father is divorced or he has a baby mama, no one looks at him as if him choosing this woman was a bad choice. You know what I mean? Like they don't ostracize or chastise the single fathers. They actually defend the single fathers as if the single mothers are the reason why these single fathers or these deadbeat baby daddies have walked away from their children. One guy came into the comment section and was complaining about single mothers. Tired of single mothers. Most men are tired of single mothers, right? Most men do not want to be fathers to other men's children. This is what I'm seeing a lot of debaters come into the comment section and say. So I say to him, okay, let me factor that in. As a man, what are you doing as a man to help with the problem? Are you going to your homeboys that not taking care of their kids and encouraging them to be fathers? Where are all the videos at on YouTube of these content creators who are giving you all of this advice and lifestyle guidance? Are any of them telling you how to be a good father? Are any of them telling you to get married? Are any of them telling you to opt out of divorce? Are any of them telling you, hey, when you do get divorced, or if you do get divorced, don't abandon your children? Where are the videos of men doing that? There aren't any. There are not a lot of them. Most of the videos are of men bashing women, men bashing single mothers, not necessarily giving these betas guidance or ideas or advice about being better men. Just content that degrades women. So then you're creating a problem inside of the community. Because now these men they're watching YouTube, they're spending all of their time on YouTube, and then when they deal with women in real life, they become a problem inside of relationships, regardless to what type of woman that they're dating. Because let's be honey, let's keep it funky. Even if one of these betas runs into a woman who doesn't have any kids, makes her own money, she's a decent age, she looks good, she's a 10, these men are still playing around, still lying, still cheating. We've all heard it. How many women that that's bad as hell, just bad, right? Good looking as hell, got her shit together basically, good girl, but ended up with some dusty. What men need to do is, whether they're alpha or betas trying to become alpha, what you are supposed to be doing is encouraging more men to discontinue being betas so that women can have a difficult time running into a guy who will eventually become a deadbeat baby daddy. Men need to focus more on men's issues instead of women's issues. Let women handle women. Okay. And if your only issue in life is your dealings with women, then you have more problems than you think, because there's so many other things that you should be focusing on that will make your life easier with women. But if you have men that you're listening to that aren't necessarily giving you the best advice about what you should be doing with women, then you're going to be fucked in the game. Period. Now, like I said, betas, alphas, sigmas, whatever you are, wherever you feel like you stand, when you see another man that may be playing women because he's sleeping with a whole bunch of women, he's promiscuous, stop rewarding him. Because those promiscuous dudes that you putting all this, praise into are the ones who end up collecting baby mamas. You praise these men being players, they end up making baby mamas, and then you got to deal with the slack when you going around here trying to find a woman because you don't want a woman who has kids already, correct? So if you don't want a woman who has kids already, as a man, make sure you start checking other men on their behavior. That's one thing that I don't see. You guys don't hold each other accountable. You blame women for everything that goes wrong inside of the Black community. Everything. Women are blamed for it. Everything. But men want to be considered leaders, but don't want to take responsibility when things are falling apart. As a leader, you have to take responsibility for when things are crumbling as well. That's part of being a leader. Alphas fix problems, betas create them. So when you see these single mothers walking around and you consider yourself an alpha, it's time for you to clean up a mess that another beta done made. Because trust me, if these single mothers had control over these baby daddies, trust me, these baby daddies probably 9 times out of 10 would have never left. That's number one. They probably would have stayed married. If it was up to women, I see women sit down and talk all day long on Facebook, all day long, mothers, separated ones, divorced ones, ones that have never gotten married. And when they sit down and they talk about the fathers of their children, 9 times out of 10, they wish these men didn't leave at all. But when these men did decide to leave, they abandoned their children. It's women out here like, I just wish that he would just take care of his kids. I don't care who he's sleeping with. I don't care what he's doing. I just want him to take care of his kids. That's what I see all day, every day. Because that's what I'm dealing with. I'm dealing with single moms all day. And one thing that all of these women seem to have in common is that if they controlled the situation, it never would have went the way that it did. You have to stop, as a man, you have to stop making it so comfortable for men to abandon their children. If you put forth the energy to chastise and ostracize these men the same way you do these women, I bet you these men will stop abandoning their children. I bet you see less single mothers. Everybody wants single mothers to internalize when these men walk away. When these men walk away, they're broken. It has something to do with them. Because honestly, let's keep it funky. If it was about the relationship and how the relationship has broken, this man will understand that this is separate from him being a father, and he would just be a father anyway. If it was only about this woman, I don't want to deal with this woman. Okay, what do you need to do in order for you not to have to deal with this woman? What do you do when you need something done, drama free? You need it to be fixed. What do you do? If you're the one that's acting right and somebody else isn't, what are your next steps? What do? You handle it legally. If you're a father and you having an issue with the mother of your child, put yourself on damn child support. Listen to me, that smooths out a lot of stuff when men go and do this themselves, when they do this before the women even do it. See, men scared to do that because they feel like it's a come up for women. Child support is not a come up. You know why? Because it's not a lot of money. Even if, let's say for instance, even if you're making a lot of money, the courts don't play that no more. Back in the day when women used to get ridiculous amounts of money from child support, those days are over. It's the same thing with alimony. Women that used to get over on that, those days are gone. And if you still see that type of thing happening to some men, those days are about to be over. It's about to start dwindling down. Patriarchy is dead. And we're starting to see that now. Everybody's starting to see that now. So when you step foot in court, it's fair. Now everything is fair. Who's bringing more money? Who's the one employed? Who's the one who has the stable home? That's all the government cares about. So as a man, if you feel like you got more money, you the more stable parent, why would you leave your children with a woman that you don't even want to be around yourself? That says a lot about you. And this is the thing that men keep overlooking. Oh, it's just the baby daddy problem, the baby mama problem. It's not the baby daddy. That's what I don't understand about this whole Kevin Samuels thing. That's what I don't get. Oh, this young lady that he basically embarrassed in front of the whole world. I bet you she have a man now. I bet you she get a man now. How you gonna tell us a woman that make six figures that she's not gonna be able to find someone? I bet you she got one now. Now that video done went viral, I bet you she got plenty of men trying to holler. She can't beat him off with a stick. He's sitting here telling this woman that makes six figures, who is a single mother. Yes, he brought that up too, like as if that was a problem. She's a single mother. No man is going to want to be with her that has six figures. How is it that he could be a baby daddy and be divorced and still be classified as a high valued man to you men? How is that feasible in your mind as a man? Think about that. Imagine yourself divorced twice, single, and all you got is money to show for it. You're not even physically attractive. The only thing that's making you attractive is your clothing. Imagine if that's you. You got money. The only thing you're going to be able to do is buy women. You can't do anything else. You're old now. Imagine yourself 51, divorced twice, kids. And at this point, I don't even know how many kids he has. How could you look at this man and classify this man as a high value man because he told you to? Men have got to stop being so easily influenced by poisonous sources, especially on this platform. It's here. It's YouTube, the only place, I swear to you. Maybe it's on Reddit or some weird like side blog, community forum place. But when you go to other places, like maybe a Facebook or Instagram or something like that, you see a lot more alpha men. For some reason, YouTube is stomping grounds for betas. And then when people say that, the betas get so upset instead of doing what they need to grow up and become alpha. Do what you need to do. Men level up too. Men level up too. Just because you a beta right now don't mean you always gonna be that. Do what you need to do to learn and improve and be better. That's the point. That's the point. But imagine being a woman or a single mother and trying to explain that to thousands of men who have been pushed this propaganda, this negative narrative that single mothers are the work of the devil. As if a single mother just raised her hand and was just like, you know what? I think today I'm just going to be a single mom. No single mother has chosen that. At least not a black one. Until it came to the point where it was like, you know what? I have no choice. Do you realize that women of other colors choose to be single mothers all the time? I hear women say that they want this. You know why they say this? They say stuff like, I have a dream about being a mother and I can't wait for the right guy to come along so I can be a mother. Do you know my entire life, I always knew I wanted to be a mom. The last thing I wanted to do was get married for most of my life. Do you know, from the time I was a little girl, I knew I wanted to be a mother. I knew I wanted to be a teacher. I never wanted to be married until I turned like 22. 21, 22. I was like, okay, I think I need to be married because somebody programmed inside of my mind that value came with marriage. So I spent my whole 20s trying to find a husband. Trying to find a husband, trying to be the perfect person. Men wanted to get married. I got engaged so many times. And every time I was close to walking down that aisle, I would catch him cheating with like an ex or some chick he met up the street, telling some lie about some woman somewhere. And I started realizing, is this me just choosing bad guys? Or is it just really a problem that there's so many men out there that don't like this? Because if it was more good men out there, it would be difficult for a woman to run into a bad man. Shit's like pizza. Come on, man. Pizza is delicious all the time. It's difficult to run into a nasty ass slice of pizza, right? It's the same thing with good men. If you got a whole bunch of good men out here, it's going to be difficult for a woman to run into a bad one. But imagine being a single mother trying to explain this to a beta. A beta is already underdeveloped, underachieving, immature, not listening, trying to find a way to insult me, not hearing one word I'm saying. Imagine that. Imagine being that person. And I gotta be that person because there's so many men attached to my channel for reasons that have nothing to do with me. Because I didn't invite a whole bunch of betas here. I created my YouTube channel to give relationship to advice to men who actually like women, not misogynists, not sexist, men who actually like women. Men who are little pups, little alpha males, who needed to understand what kind of man they needed to be in order to get the kind of woman that they wanted. I gave advice to people who wanted to improve who they were as an individual. But somehow, in the midst of all this, the hate train shows up. And guess who hops off the hate train? Every single beta that is orbiting around YouTube. Because this is the stomping ground for that mess. Can you imagine being Soncerae? So now I'm like, you know what? Okay, fine. I'm going to make more content for women because it's more women on my channel. It is 60% women subscribed to my channel. Matter of fact, as a whole, subscribed and not subscribed, 60% of them are women, 30% of them are men. 9 times out of 10, when a woman comes onto my YouTube channel or in my chat, she always has something intellectual to say, calm to say. She's not judgmental. I don't see a lot of pick-me's. I see a lot of intellectual women. I see women who are single mothers. I see women who are being hurt. But every time a man comes onto this platform, it's a whole nother thing. It's a whole nother thing. And the funny thing is, there are some men out there who are so intellectual, so easy to talk to, such a good person, but they get overshadowed by the number of trolls that come into my comment section to discuss my weave, my hair color, my makeup, my weight. Meanwhile, we're having an intellectual conversation, and in comes a troll talking about my baby daddy. For years, I spoke about my baby daddy, and people kept saying, why do you keep talking about Priest? Why do you keep talking about Priest? Acting like they don't see all of these trolls bringing them up in my comment section. I'm sitting here trying to make sure everybody understands what's going on, trying to keep it funky, trying to keep it 100 so I can help somebody. So some man don't ever have to go through this experience of paying child support for a child they ain't never met. What man wants to do that? What man wants to be that type of beta? Seriously. So I sit here, I tell the story, so betas will never do that on their road to being alpha. You can skip over that journey altogether. You don't want kids? Strap it up. You don't want to collect baby mamas? Strap it up. Care about who you have sex with. Care about your legacy. Care about your lineage. Care. As long as you care, you will never have a baby mama. But the second you start putting other shit that don't matter in front of your finances, your education, what it is you're trying to build, the second you start putting a woman's ass, what she like in bed, all that stuff in front of how much money you got, your relationship with God, all of that stuff is important. The biggest problem that my son's father had was his relationship with God. He was so torn. Don't be that. Whatever's going on with you and God, fix it. Because if you don't, you won't have the true guidance that you need. You can sit here and listen to every single YouTuber up here give you advice about life, but you're never going to be able to decipher the difference between the stuff that you're supposed to listen to and not supposed to listen to if you don't have God telling you something. God will send you a message through another person, but your intuition will tell you if that person is somebody that you should be listening to or shouldn't be listening to. And that's the problem with a lot of these betas. You getting your advice and guidance from a poisonous source. You don't even bother doing the research. You just listening to anybody and anything. Just walking on zigzag in the street, playing in traffic because somebody told you to do it. If you would use your head, you would have been on the sidewalk. But then complain when you get hit by a damn dump truck. That doesn't make any sense. All I see is a whole bunch of beta males complaining. You are so misguided on so many levels. And you got people that's coming on to YouTube and trying to tell you that. That so many years went by where men were getting guidance from so many negative content creators on here because it's easy to tap into an audience who will allow anyone to lead them. It's easy. The beta males on here are an easy target. You guys are easy to influence. You believe anything a man says because you're so desperate for leadership from a man that you get on here, you just listen to whoever. That's what desperation does to you. When you need to understand life and why things are happening the way that they're happening and why you feeling the way that you feeling, why are you underachieving? Why don't you have the money that you want? Why don't you have the woman that you want? You confused, you don't know what's going on? Look at who you follow behind. Just any dude, any person. Person sitting up here in a suit with some glasses telling you that they a businessman, but you can't find one business online that they've done. Usually businessmen are into philanthropy and charity because it's a write-off. It's a tax write-off. But you on YouTube listening to this man who has done no charity, no pictures of him doing charity, nothing, no proof of nothing. But you're following behind him. That's a problem. But when people try to tell you it's a problem, bitch, you don't know nothing. You wear weave. Really? That's your response of someone trying to help you? That's why you're so easily influenced, because you're stupid. This isn't about men versus women with me. I don't know what everybody else on YouTube is doing, but it's not about men versus women. It's not about who's right or who's wrong. My thing is, it's way too many men out here who need guidance and they're looking in the wrong direction. There are so many other men you could look to. And then most of the men on here have a problem with men who actually like women. If a man gets on here and he talks about how much he likes women, or he encourages women to be more pretty, more beautiful, do whatever. Level up, girl. Do what you need to do. Go out there and get what you need. Men don't like them. And I'm using the term men loosely. Betas don't like them. Why?
because you don't like women. If you are trying to get the adoration of other men, you are homo. Usually when men are walking around doing whatever they can to bring down a woman, it's out of jealousy. It's out of jealousy. That's the only thing that explains it. A lot of beta males, and a lot of y'all do this, and Kevin is teaching y'all this. You are comparing yourself to a woman. Why? You're a man. You will never be a woman. Woman, you will never be a man. Why is everybody comparing themselves to the opposite sex? Betas will sit here. They'll have all this success. They'll do whatever they're doing. They'll see a woman. She has her education. She has her money. And y'all try to downplay it out of jealousy. You afraid she might be smarter than you. You afraid she might have more money than you. Don't sit up here and lie and try to make it seem like that's not the case, because you're lying to yourself. You might be able to fool somebody else when you're looking in the mirror, but when you step out into the world, we can see you. So every time I see a troll who can't intellectually match me, who insults me because of something that has to do with my physical appearance, he looks more dumb than he did previously, the day before, when he was trolling some other woman or in some other beta male's comment section praising him for disrespecting a woman. How many times do I have to say, alpha males do not disrespect women? You know why? Because alpha males actually like women. They want to be with women. Everything an alpha male does 9 times out of 10 has something to do with women. You think men out here buying all these Gucci belts and Louis Vuitton this and fancy cars because it has something to do with him impressing other dudes? Stop. If you buying all this stuff and you trying to get your hair cut and your beard cut and do all this stuff and you trying to do that for a man, you're homo. All of the betas on this platform, they do stuff in order to get the adoration of other men. I've had men use me and my platform just to get in touch with another man. It's that homo, seriously. And if you say that's some homosexual, you don't like women, do you? They get offended. Well, you're not acting like a man who actually likes women. You seem to be on this dude's jock. You are contacting a woman, misusing a woman so you can get the adoration of another man. Men have done that more than one. Seriously. The whole reason why my channel is even to the point that it is, where I disappear for 5 months, or people thumbs and down stuff, or trolls is in the comment section, is because of some other men trying to praise or get the adoration of another man. That's it. And everybody's seen it. They're just trying to act like they don't know. Oh, Soncerae is just tripping. Soncerae did this to herself. No. If you have been watching me for an extended amount of time, you have seen beta males collectively come together because some other male content creator told them to. And that male content creator was trying to get the adoration of another male content creator. That's all it was. But you have to be intellectual enough to pick up on the bullshit. A lot of people don't pick up on it. Me, I'm the type of person, I be myself. I do whatever I want to do. I say what I want to say. I encourage people to be whoever they want to be. That's the type of person I am. I have never hopped onto this platform and been the devil incarnate that people have tried to say I am. And the main people that sitting here screaming that I'm the devil incarnate that I am are the beta males who are trying to appease another man on this same website. Because any man who's ran into me and had a decent friendship with me will tell you Soncerae isn't even like that. If anything, she'll just leave you alone, won't talk to you, nothing. Argue back and forth with you, not so much. I consistently had to defend myself on here because I'm a single mother. Really? Because I have children? Why is that something to chastise a person about? Because I'm black? How is that something to chastise me about? Because I'm a female? Why is that something to chastise me about? Why are those tools that these beta males are using in order to make themselves feel better, sleep better at night? Why? For what? And I'm not the only woman that experiences this. Throughout the weekend, right? Women were expressing their opinion about the stuff that we seen on this site. Women were doing it, right? We saw them. Then we seen follow-up videos of them answering all of the betas that flooded their timeline with a whole bunch of foolishness. And some men tried it on Facebook. They tried it with me. One dude had the nerve to say some shit along the lines of, what about all of the female rappers? Everybody want to be Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion. Why do you think that is? Why do you think that is? I don't even know how Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion is germane to the conversation about Kevin Samuels and this young lady who made six figures from her pet grooming business. I didn't even understand how it was germane, but he was just trying to make it seem like women were the problem. So he was like, look at it, women just want to be, thoughts. They want to be a part of whole culture. I said, let me explain something to you, bonehead beta. The reason why these female rap artists are all trying to do the same kind of content, the same kind of music, the same kind of sexuality, pushing the sexuality to the forefront, is because that's what makes the money. When they try to rap about stuff that don't have nothing to do with sex, they're overlooked. Do you know how many female rapper artists out there that don't rap about sex and nobody knows who they are? You have no idea who they are. You know? And don't say nobody give a fuck about this story, because it's a couple of motherfuckers that's doing a live stream about this very story. This video isn't about this story, beta. This video is about beta males defending baby daddies and comparing baby daddies and baby mamas together as if baby daddies are better than baby mamas. No, they're on an equal field. That's what this is about. All right. Back to what I was saying. The reason why there are so many females out here who are doing Meg Thee Stallion kind of music, Cardi B the kind of music, that kind of music, is because that's what pays. Cardi B has even said that. I want you guys to name one female, or matter of fact, name 20 female artists that don't rap about sex. I bet you can't name one. But there are 20. But you don't know who they are because they put these female rap artists on the back burner. Because sex sells. Sex sells. And you know who buys it? Men. But men don't realize that. They think women just out here just being, what they are because, we're just being it. No, because that's what you pay for. That's what you pay attention to. Like I said a minute ago, men are not out here buying all these fancy clothes, getting a haircut and getting a car and all of this stuff to appease another man most of the time. Most of the time, they're out here trying to do this to get hoes. Men love hoes. Quantity. Especially the betas, because the betas are the ones who are promiscuous. They're still immature. They're still wet behind the ears. I still to this day cannot understand how a man will want to give up being a father of a child just so he could sleep around with a whole bunch of women in Atlanta. Like that shit's more valuable than being a father, or more valuable than caring about your legacy. How? That doesn't make any sense. But in a beta's mind, it does. Because collecting vagina is precedent to him. That's a beta's mind for your ass. But an alpha male is going to think about it. before he procreates the earth. He's not going to be just busting up and down any random woman, especially one he doesn't even know if he wants to be with. Come on, man. The first thing he going to do is either not have sex with her at all, put on a condom, or his pull-out game is going to be super strong. Talk about your weave, but they won't stop getting them haircuts, edge ups, and Jordans. Who are they buying it for? Exactly. Kevin Samuels sat up there and talked about this woman weave. He asked her what would she look like if she took it off. She was like, oh, I look the same. He was like, no, you won't, or you wouldn't wear it. Because he knows if he takes off his suit, his shoes, his cufflinks, watch, jewelry, whatever the fuck he's wearing, glasses, haircut, he a dumpster dive 3. He lower than she is. I seen this dude. I'm telling you, he's not like, listen, he's not like a 51 and he walking around here looking like Morris Chestnut or Boris Cujo. No. Have you seen Morris Chestnut and Boris Cujo? And they damn near the same age as this dude. Aging pretty well. That's high valued man for your ass. Come on, man. But he's telling this woman, all of the betas, you're not a high valued woman because you wear a weave, you wear makeup, you wear eyelashes. Okay. What you wearing? That big ass, goofy ass chain with an unk on it or a cross or something crazy like that. What you wearing? To get bitches. Because I know that's what you're doing. But when betas look at women, they don't factor in themselves. They don't do the self-evaluation. That's all I'm trying to say. Do the self-evaluation first. Before you come on to a woman's platform who is happy about being a single mother, who is a beautiful single mom, who is ecstatic about having children, before you do all that and you come over here to address me, make sure you got something intellectual to say outside of insulting me about weave and makeup and my weight. And please try to refrain from the, weren't you homeless, dude? That was like 2 years ago. You still on that? My son is almost 3. I was homeless when I was pregnant. But they be bringing this up too. Oh, you don't make 6 figures. You're homeless. What are you talking about? You bringing up this old last boy. Listen. Listen. I don't care if I live in a $3.5 million mansion. I'll never show y'all. I never show y'all. I tried to invite people into my home. I made footage of me at my mother's house. I tried to teach people how I got out of being homeless and became financially stable, and people still didn't give me credit for it. You know why? Because I was the quote unquote Black single mom. Oh, let's forget. Let's look over the fact that it took her 10 months to go from being homeless to living in a beautiful $500,000 home and then buying multiple properties. Oh, let's look over the fact that this woman uses her child support payments to buy stock for her son. Let's look over that. Let's forget all that. Let's forget she has a college education. Let's look over that, because those things don't matter. Those things only matter if it's a man doing it. If it's a woman doing it, it doesn't matter. Let's overlook the fact that she is a software engineer, designs software, makes apps, does graphic design work. All of the talented stuff that I know how to do, people overlook it. Because I'm a single mother, because I'm Black, because I'm female. And only beta males do it because any other man will come to me like, I love this woman. She's so talented. I love that she has some substance to her and it's not just about her looks. People come into my comment section, girl, I think you should stop cussing. It's so ignorant. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Cussing has not stopped me from being successful. Just because cussing bothers you doesn't mean that I'm going to change who I am. I'm on a journey. I may not be 100% of what you want me to be, but God has a purpose for my life. And all of the things that were put onto my brain, all of the ideas I've had, everything that's a part of my imagination are all things God brought to me, just like God brought it to you. Whatever God has put into your heart and your mind is for you. That's your gift. No one could take it from you. When these betas was screaming around YouTube, oh, we ruined Soncerae's reputation. We ruined her channel. You happy about that? Why would that be something that you would want for another human being? Why would you go around being happy about that? You just betas just clapping, celebrating together that they have, successfully destroyed a woman's reputation on a website. Not in real life, but on a website. You know how goofy they look to me? Because to me, you can't take something from me that was meant for me. What was meant for me happened here. It was what it was. That was what was supposed to happen. You know why? That experience played out in front of everybody to teach someone something. Everything that I have experienced on this platform played out to help somebody else. That's all it was. A lesson to teach me the stuff I learned, and for the people that was watching, they learn whatever lesson they need to learn. And if you didn't learn anything from it, it wasn't for you. Do you know how many betas turned into alphas after watching me and Priest do what we did for years on this platform? Sitting here arguing back and forth. He over here interviewing with people. I'm over here pissed and crying and shit and pregnant. Do you know how many women that helped to see that? Do you know how many women are terrified right now of just trusting a guy, and they actually taking their time now that they saw I went through that? I wouldn't take it back for the world. I wouldn't take it back for the world, man. That's the difference between having fame and having influence. When you have influence, you change somebody's life. When you have fame, you're just famous. That's it. What can you do with your fame? There's people out there that's famous. Like I said the other day, we were talking about Instagram followers. Do you know how many people got a whole bunch of Instagram followers, but if they got onto Instagram and told these people to meet them out somewhere, nobody would show up? It's a lot of people like that. If I post something on Instagram or Facebook and I say, hey, meet me at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles, do you know how many people would actually show up there? Just to see me, just to talk to me. That's influence. So when I hear these betas say the things that they say about me as a single mom and they overlook the accolades, I pay it no mind. I pay it no mind. I get onto this platform and every other platform that I like to speak on to teach valuable lessons to improve people's lives, to help them, whoever's listening, to sit down and have a conversation and discussion for entertainment purposes. When you come over to this platform and you come into my house and you want to have a conversation with me, you better have something intellectual to say. Seriously. Or me or Mark or another moderator is just going to erase you or block you and keep it moving. Betas. That's who I'm talking to. I'm talking to the betas because I usually don't have this problem with women. I know it's some hating ass women out there, but for the most part, it's beta males that's giving me a problem on this platform. If you don't like who I am and you don't like single mothers, don't be here. Please allow this to be a space where people who enjoy me can sit here and comfortably have a conversation with me. And I don't care if it's 3 people, 5 people, 23 people, or 100 people. It doesn't matter. You come and you disrupt the space as a beta. Go where you feel comfortable with the other betas. But over here, I am effectively transforming somebody's life. So it's serious to me. I might tell jokes. I might get loud. I might laugh. I might do, the funny stuff, the weird shit that Soncerae does. I might do something you don't like. But that's the point. I'm a real person. I make you feel real things. I don't get on here and put on no facade. And I don't mind that people don't like me. That's cool. That's what's up. You get to choose. That's the point. That's part of the journey. You get to choose who you want to be around and who you don't want to be around. But what you need to do that's really mentally unstable is stop trolling or messing with people that you claim you don't like. Because you're wasting your own time. All it's doing is making people see you in the comment section and be like, I can't wait to a moderator like delete this person. I'm starting to laugh at you if you haven't noticed. Come on, man. I don't need a whole bunch of people watching me. I don't need 700 people in my love stream. I don't need all that. I just need people who genuinely want to be entertained and people who genuinely want to learn from me. That's all I need. That's all. Nothing else. So forgive me if you hear rumors about me and I don't address those rumors on my channel. I don't address when people come in the comment section. I don't address them. I try not to because it's beneath me, and I can't teach anybody focused on people talking to me about what they heard. I can only talk to you about the topic at hand. All right. It's been real, y'all. I got to go. I got to go shopping. Got me a Walmart card. I'm going to go do some Walmart shopping. Nothing fancy. I use